Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Mercy. So guys, today I want to share with us how I make this beautiful simple baby bug, and you can see how it's looking so beautiful. And it's for a 1 year old baby. So this is the back, looking so dashing. Guys, if you're interested to know how I made it, just keep watching. Now I have my pattern paper here. As you can see, it's not on fold, and it's just for a 1 year old baby. I just cut out a little paper for it. So the measurement I needed for this is just the shoulder, the chest line, and the half length. I'm using the measurement of chest line and the stomach. So the chest line and the stomach has the same measurement. Okay, now I'll place my tape to mark out the shoulder. The shoulder I have here is 9 inches divided by 2, 4.5. I'm going to go ahead and I'll mark 4.5 inches. The child has a broad shoulder, that is why her shoulder is 9 inches. So I'm marking out 4 inches. From there, I'm going to place my tape like this in a vertical line to get my half length. The half length I'm working with here is 7 inches plus half inch I added, making 7.5 inch for the joining. I'm going to mark it across like this. After that, I'm going to rule the line out. Her half length is 7 inches. I added half inch allowance, making 7.5 inches. I'm going to go ahead and rule it like so. So having done that, I'm going to mark the neck a width, but before that, I'm going to measure down the armhole length 5 inches. From the shoulder, I marked 5 inches for the armhole length. Okay, so I am going to rule out the armhole length or armhole line like this. Having gotten the armhole line, I'm going to come down on the shoulder with 0.7 inches for the shoulder slope. Then the neck width is going to be 2.5 inches. I'm going to mark 2.5 inches. For the depth is going to be 2 inches. I am drafting out the front. Okay, so I'll use my armhole curve to curve it out like this. So I'll just rule out the armhole line like this. So that place is going to be the chest line. Okay, on the half length is going to be the stomach measurement. So I'll connect the shoulder slope. Now the next thing I'm going to go ahead to do is to measure what I have left on the armhole and get the midpoint. I'll mark it. After getting the midpoint, I'm going to place my curve in a curvy way like this and mark out the armhole curve. So now I'm going to be inputting the body measurement, the chest, which is the same thing with the stomach, divide by 4. So I am going to be marking it out, then plus the seam allowance. Okay, the chest line and the stomach is the same measurement. All right, I added 1 inch. For example, I have 19 inches for the chest and stomach. I added extra 1 inch for it. Remember, baby gown does not really have to be so much tight. Okay, so from the shoulder, I came down by 4.5 inches. I wanted to get the yoke, the curvy yoke. So I marked down from the shoulder 4.5 inches, and I place my curvy ruler like this to get the to the armhole area and curve it out with my pencil like this. You know, the ball gown has a yoke, and I use net for that yoke. I'm going to be curving it like this. I just came down from the shoulder with 4.5 inches. So you if you're making yours, know exactly the length of your yoke. All right, you can measure it on the baby's body. So I am going to use my marker to outline it so that it can be very, very visible. You can see that the yolk is now out. I'm going to write it out, yolk, and it's very, very simple and beautiful. So now the next thing I'm going to go ahead and do is to measure out to know if my half length is in a correct shape, in a correct length measurement. I'm going to go ahead and cut it out like this. Now I am done with the half length. Guys, you know that this is a burger and the down part is going to be a fillet. So I am just cutting out the upper part, which is the half length for this. And mind you, the way you see my marker curve the armhole, I didn't go inside too much. Okay, so I'm going to use this front to cut out the back. I'll be getting another paper to cut out the back, placing this front to cut out the back. But before then, I'm going to go ahead and cut out this yolk out. So the yolk and this side is going to be on a separate part for now, because I'm making use of net or skin net for the yolk. So you can see how beautiful it's looking. Let's head over to the back bodice. Now I have my back bodice paper here, and you can see that I have ruled out the zipper allowance, and I have gone ahead to place the front bodice on this paper to just to mark it out to get the shape. Okay, I'm just using my marker to mark out the shape of the front. The only difference from the front and the back is going to be the neck depth. The back neck depth is going to be 1 inch, while the front neck depth is 2 inches. Okay, and also the back is also going to be having a back yoke, which I used with a net for that. And also the difference from the back is the zipper allowance. So I just mark out the length, and I'm going to go ahead and cut it out. After cutting out, I'm going to go ahead and remove the front drafting, then create out the back yoke. So guys, while cutting the neck of this bag, I did a little mistake. You can see that I was about to cut the same neck depth. So when I realized it, I stopped. So I'm going to measure down for the neck depth with 1 inch for the back. Okay, I used neck depth of 1 inch for the back. So I'm going to use my glue to glue the place that I make that mistake back, so that it can be able to relax. So I'm going to go ahead and cut out the 1 inch for the neck depth. Remember to add your zipper allowance. So I'll remove all the pins, and after removing it, I'll remove the paper out and glue back this place that I mistakenly cut out. Okay, you can see it here. I've applied gum to it, and it's now relaxing. So now the next thing I'm going to do is to get the length of my yoke for the back. But before then, I'm going to go in on this half length with half an inch to do the cut out, do in fact I'm doing my zip tightening. I'm removing half an inch from the half length to avoid zip bugging. Okay, so that is how I used to do it. Now I'm going to remove 1 inch from the shoulder area. As you can see me place my tape to mark out 5 inches. So the back is going to be 5 inches deeper for the yoke. So the length is going to stop exactly at the armhole line. In fact, on the chest line, the 5 inches I came down with is going to stop on the chest line. As you can see, I just mark it straight. That is the yoke for the back net. From the shoulder I came down with 5 inches. So know the length that you can be able to come down with while making your own. So this is the front and this is the back. I label the back B yoke. B means back, and here is it. Okay, so I am done with the back and front drafting, and here I have gone ahead to cut out, and you can see that the dam on the yoke side I have half an inch on the upper and the down part. Even this down part that I cut out with a fabric, please make sure you add your half inch on the upper side and on the down part. Okay, so now I am going to go ahead and fold my fabric to get the flay for the down part. All right, we are done for the upper part. I'm going to cut out the flay for the down part. So this is just a ball gown or a flay ball gown, not a straight gathered gown. I place it in a flay part, and you can see that I am folding my fabric into 4. I have just folded 1, and I'm going to go ahead and fold again, making it into 4 pieces like the way we normally get cut out our flay. You can see I have 2 here. I'm going to go ahead and fold again. I'm just managing this fabric because the length is not that much. I'm just managing it. Okay, it didn't give me the length of what I want, but I'm going to use my net, my skein net, to complete the full length on the down part. Now I have folded this into 4 parts, and I am just cutting out both the front and back flay. I'm still arranging it. So now I'm going to be cutting out the radius, and you know that this is a gathered flay, so I am going to be making use of the waist measurement times 2. If the waist is 20, I'm going to be timesing it by 2, making 40, and I'll be using 40 divided by 6.28. I'll be using 6.28 to divide that 40. Okay, I don't know if you understand what I just said. I have the waist measurement, which is 20. I multiply it, or how will I even say it? So times 2 is going to be 40. So 40 divided by 6.28, and whatever it gives me, that is what I'm just marking down like this as my radius. Okay, because this flare is going to be gathered, that is why I multiply the waist measurement by 2, making 40. So after getting the radius, this is just the radius, not the actual length of this flare. Remember, the I have removed 7 inches from the full length of this gown, so whatever that is remaining will be for the flare length. Okay, please, if you don't understand, make sure you rewatch this video. Then, having gotten that, I am going to place my tape like this. This is on the length of the radius. I have 7 inches. That 7 inches is for the, not for the radius, is for the half length. Is for the half length I just cut out. So I just place 7 inches on the length of that radius to get the full length of the gown, the remaining length of this gown. Okay, so when I place it like this, I get the full length. I just bring it down to meet the length of that radius to get the full length. If you like, you can place it up like this. If it is 23, you place it up and begin to mark your circle. But if you cannot do it like that, you can bring it down on this particular place on the length of the radius and begin to mark like you see me marking out like this. So I have about 13 inches for the length there. That is what I just mark out, 13 inches. But if I place the tape on the upper part, which is the radius part, is going to be about 23 inches. Or 20 inches rather. Now I am done marking out the circle. I'm going to go ahead and cut it out. I am cutting out the radius circumference first, which is the waist circumference times 2. Okay, then I'm going to go ahead and cut out the full length, which is the remaining length for the gown. So you can see how it is. I'm just going to the two side is closed. I am going to go ahead and just slit one side, one edge open. Okay, I'll be having the back and also the front together. Only one part is going to be open. So now I am done. I'm going to slit this place open. The other side is still closed. So I have here the front and also the back flay. Now we are done with the drafting and cutting. I'll be uploading a video on how to stitch it. Thank you guys for watching, and please, if you love what we do here, don't forget to like and don't forget to share this video. Thank you and bye for now.